Good evening, my YouTube friends. You'd rather stay at home than go and see a gig? If you like that, then you might like this channel. And if you like this video, I urge you and I recommend that you check out the last video I made, which is features one of my favourite guitars ever manufactured or produced. It's the Mustang, and it's very nice. I've yet to try it with my tremolo on. So yeah, but here we have a Nirvana cover. So, but I won't be playing the guitar because I don't want it to wear out its novelty too quickly. So I'm gonna do that. Wet socks. Now I think this might be an E flat, so we'll find out pretty quickly. I have to tune up. But the more you watch me faffing around, getting things wrong, and doing all that, is I hope that some people take inspiration to. Let's turn that fan off in a second. Inspiration to explore their instruments and actually enjoy the process of making music, because you're actually only playing for 2 to 3 minutes at a time. You know, if you're listening to certain songs, or most of the time you're either writing or you're editing on your computer, or using a multi-tracker, or going out looking for instruments, or arguing with band members. I don't play in a band anymore. Or you're driving to a gig, or you're cleaning up, or you're trying to find out why your gear's been nicked, and reporting it to the police. That's why it's so much more simple just to, you know, do your own stuff at home with friends, without friends, whatever. But like, yeah, it's good. It's good just to mess about with it, because then it becomes part of your life, and it's not like an extension of yourself so much. So, you know, why did David Bowie have several autobiographies? It's because he was actually, that's what he spent most of his life doing. You know, he wasn't actually flying around space and doing stuff like he talked about in the things. He was actually getting involved. Squaw. Anyway, that is enough. That's too much anyway. It's not fair on you. So, yeah, fan. Heater, fan, heater. 30 degrees because it's bleeding cold this January. This 2026 January is awfully cold. For future listeners, is that going to play? Yeah. Right. Let's turn up. So, I don't know how many guitars are there in this. It's just one. Let's just have a little listen and see if it's. Bump, bump. Remember that note? Bump, bump. It is an E flat. That means I have to tune down. And if you want to know how to do a quick tune, semitone down, that's 1 fret on a bass, it's 1 fret on a guitar, it's 1 key on a keyboard. And I don't know about orchestral instruments because I've never done it, but I want to get myself a cello in the coming years. I've actually spoiled myself, and I've depleted parents' bank accounts with 3 new guitars in the last month. So that's not really fair. But I do want to get a violin or cello. That'd be great. Yeah, that's a tone. That's a semitone. Or if you're using different terminology, that is a step down, it's 2 frets, and then half a step is 1 step, 1 fret down. But yeah, if I was ever to do lessons for people, I think it would be quite simply over a laptop or whatever, because I feel like sometimes someone's gonna, right, especially if you're explaining it to someone who's playing it upside down. That's a problem as well, because then you've got to go, no, you got to do that, and it's just. And drums are even harder because you're just like leaning at that tom there, you got to try and do that, and yeah, otherwise you can do a mirror image. And if you want to tune down, like I was saying, a semitone, it's not drop D, which is where this one comes down two steps, or a whole step, and it becomes equivalent to the 5th fret of the A string. So yeah, you'd be going up there instead of there to get the equivalent open string, 5th string note tuning mechanism I use. But yeah, I'll do it first and then I'll see if you work out how I'm doing it. The octave, same as I was doing that. D string. So what we want is semitone down, because E flat is only a semitone down, whereas open D tuning is a whole tone down. So yeah. Right, so this wants to be an octave higher. So you can do that by ear. They just have to sound the same. Well, that'd be too sharp. This would be a sharp note. One note too sharp would be the one octave. There's a great way of writing music as well, when playing around with bits of theory that you've stumbled on, because you end up getting like cool bass riffs that you might not have come up with, or you might recognise. You might recognise this one. It's one of my favourite bass riffs. And what I've become by 3 Days Grace. It's the first song I learned by ear instead of reading the tabs or watching a video. But I actually never learnt the rest of the song because it's so convoluted and it goes on for so long. In terms of the changes, that it's difficult. It's a really good song. It's their best song, I think. I've got a good video for it as well. So check that one out. I won't put a link in. You just have to take my word for it. Rewind the video. To pick or not to pick, that is the question on our lips. I think this video, we'll soon find out, so I need to do this first. D string, train headstock. I'm going to take that, keep that there, and I'm going to keep that on it. That's gone too deep, I didn't know that straight away. So it's gone right down to drop D. Eventually you'll be able to do that stuff they do in operas, and they actually do vocal warm-ups to scale without even looking at any notes, but I don't like my voice without an instrument on me. It's just like, I feel very naked without it. I've got some videos on here, but I've stopped doing that now. I don't think I'll get back on the front man lead singing, especially since I don't gig live. There's no point. It keeps you in tune anyway. Even if you're drumming, I've got a tool video. All the timing of the vocal and everything, the rhythm of it. It's more enjoyable. It looks better, and you don't throw your eggs in one basket by challenging other, sort of pop stars and stuff like that, like who have got amazing range and things that I don't have. So I like to hide behind a big headstock and electronics. Nothing. So like Matt Bellamy, he makes it look pretty easy. From Muse. Oh, that's all missing. It's come up there. Ooh. So that's all missing. I reckon this is a bit sharp now, so just take it out. Now, a tuner won't know what you're doing. If you're saying, oh, I'm doing that, it'll just start throwing out notes at you, unless you know the exact notes what you're doing. If you're just starting out, then this could be a mechanism of doing it. So now, take down a little bit more. Now, if I was to pick it back up to where I was doing the octave before, just everything sounds odd now. All out of context. But what I'm going to do now is the classic tuning method, which is, 8 minutes talking about tuning. That is the same as going like this. Now, just to make it feel easier for those people who don't want to mess around with getting calluses on their fingers straight away, we are going to introduce a Dunlop classic Lockatron. For bass, you want to get the thicker one. If you get a variety pack, have some for your guitar, some for your bass. Sorry, but anyway, yeah. And this might break it up a little bit. It is easier to start with a pick, I reckon, but I did it with my fingers, so I can't actually comment. And let me introduce you the foolproof way of tuning a guitar, or well, a bass anyway, because it starts to get different when you get to the B string on a 6th string. It becomes 4th fret instead of 5th fret, but yeah, you won't know about that, I told you yet. 5th fret, any bass, 4th string bass, and you want to tune it to a standard tuning, E flat standard or D standard. And you take that down. They need to be sounding the same. Open string, the string above it needs to sound the same as the 5th fret on the string below it. I'm going to take it right down and bring it up, because if you lock it in, it has less room to go. And if you, my dad, he's a lead guitarist, and he taught me this method. If you ease it into the thing, the string tension, especially if it's a new bass like this one, it's not going to suddenly slack out. So, whereas if you were to do that, oh no, it's out, and then do that, all these other strings, all these other tunings, eventually it's going to go another way around, and especially if your tuning heads aren't too great. That sounds pretty much into me. No, it's flat. I haven't got the amping on yet. So. I've got to do this really quickly now because I don't know how long YouTube allow videos really. I mean, is it 10 minutes, 15 minutes? We've got 10 minutes. I like to make sure it's really nicely, tightly in. It's not the tonality, it's the note, which is really hard to get at. For me it was. So it's not actually, oh, it sounds more clacky than that one. Because they're different size strings. It's got to be the same note. How's that the same on every guitar? I have no idea. So that's another bit. If you can answer that in the comment. And how the tuner knows the difference. I would like to know one day, because I'm very suspicious of it. Explain a lot of things on a computer that I can't do with music. I tried to do in college, music tech, but I failed. Got D. I don't know what they were talking about. I can't read music still. Piano music, but I'll learn if I need to. If I get myself a grand piano like I did. I had a really old school piano for about a month at my sister's house, and then it got left behind when we ditched the place basically because it was too big and it was way too loud, but it was super fun. Just all natural sound. So now, just while I was talking, hopefully if you were watching it, it doesn't matter if you weren't, it's an E chord on a bass. So I brought the pick along so it'd be easier to go boom 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 instead of going boom 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 boom. I think that's why I did it subconsciously. Who wants to hear some Nirvana? Me and my friends? Or a recreation? Oh, where did I put that strap? Come on. Now where in the world? I left it on the guitar that I put out of the way so I do not sell it again on eBay. The previous video guitar, so I'm going to lean on something instead. Oh man. Bass, 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 the bass, bass, bass. I reckon it's going to be one of these things where, oh, you can only have a 15-minute long video. Nah. I hate this freaking jack. Never works. But we shall find out. Is that right? Right. Do you like the precision bass? Whoa. Let's keep it at the same volume. Doosh. Just leaning on one amp, that's why I can't. Such a full scale bass. It's so light, I keep forgetting how long this neck is. That's Squire for you there. Light, affordable, fun. Guitars, man. They are the best. Right. Well, how loud is this? 2 seconds. Right, so it's not that loud. We'll get into it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. See if the video will cut out. Just Yeah, so bit of tuning theory for a fun song, E flat. What a good tuning for a great band, and their last studio album, Neutro. Check it out. Bestseller, I think it was, 93, I don't know. Check it out.